let me tell you where I would invest my $1,000. I would put all my money into crypto. And if you're not convinced by crypto at this point, and you still believe it's either rat poison or it's just a big scam and that it's all going to zero, well then, as Satoshi himself said, if you don't believe it or don't get it, I don't have the time to try to convince you. Sorry. Before I share my $1,000 crypto portfolio, there are two quick points that need to be clarified. First off, depending on where you're from, your job security, your income, your social obligations, $1,000 may be too much, just enough, or too little to invest. If you think that it's just enough for you to invest, ask yourself this: can I afford to lose all of this money? If the answer is no, then it's probably too much for you to invest. If the answer is yes, then welcome to the wild, and highly volatile land of crypto. Now, if it's too much or too little for you to invest, it's not a problem either. Remember that $1,000 is just a reference number. You can invest 10, 100, $10,000 if you can afford it. And how do you know if you can afford it? Well, always remember the golden rule of investing, and that is only invest money that you can afford to lose. In either these two scenarios, it's better to apply the dollar cost average method of investing, where you set up a weekly or monthly budget and allocate some money towards investing. Once you have a plan, let's say I want to invest $100 each month into crypto, stick to that plan regardless of anything. If the prices are falling, be happy. You can buy more crypto with the same amount of money. If the prices are rising, be happy. It means your prior investments are doing great. The key to this method is to think long term. And I know we all want to be rich overnight, but this type of mentality will only get you broke. The second point is, if you're new to crypto, you should open a crypto exchange account. And I know, not your keys, not your coin, but as a beginner, it's better to use such a platform to get things started. And of course, once you are more comfortable with how crypto works, you can move some of your assets into cold storage for the long run. There are lots of crypto exchange platforms out there. This is not a video to review any of them, and I'm not affiliated with any exchange in particular. But some of the most used crypto platforms out there are Binance, Coinbase, FTX, KuCoin, Kraken, Uniswap, and many, many more. Take your time, research all of the available exchanges in your country, and once you feel comfortable with an exchange or two, you can get started by opening an account. Now, on to the exciting part. I have $1,000 ready to invest. Let's see how I would allocate that money. Let me tell you from the start. If you're hoping to see some coins with random dog names or the words moon, rocket, or safe, you're not going to find those cryptos on this list. A lot of investors come out and treat the crypto market like it's the local casino, where you can gamble away your money. Some money on the roulette here, a little blackjack, some slot machines, and maybe you'll get lucky. Like it or not, investing in such coins is not really investing. It's just called gambling, and most of the time, you lose. If you're a new investor, start by building a solid foundation made up of low-risk, high-potential coins. And remember, your objective is to have a stable, long-term holding portfolio. Look at projects that have withstood the test of time and that have a solid team and project roadmap behind them. And now finally to our list. And coin number one, where we allocate 35% of our portfolio, is Bitcoin. BTC is and will remain the first ever cryptocurrency created. And like it or not, it will always have the advantage of being the first player at the table. It is the premier cryptocurrency, where big investors are now looking to allocate a decent percentage of their cash reserves. In roughly 12 years, Bitcoin has gone from being considered magic internet money to becoming legal tender in a country, which is not a small feat. With a fixed supply of 21 million coins out there, BTC is regarded as being the best reserve asset in the crypto market. It's thought of as digital gold, or gold 2.0, and has outperformed all other assets in the last decade. You should view Bitcoin as your go-to reserve currency, as a store of value and a hedge against inflation. An asset for which demand stands only to increase, while its liquid supply and mining reward is only going down, only stands to gain value over time. It's simple, basic economics. Coin number two is Ethereum, where we allocate 20% of our portfolio. Now, normally I would have said 25%, but let's take away 5% until Ethereum can get its crazy fees back in check. So why invest in Ethereum when it has issues with high fees? Well, same as with Bitcoin. It has the advantage of being one of the first coins in the market. Ethereum is the second largest coin by market cap, with some of the voices saying that following the EIP 1559 update, it will overtake and flip Bitcoin by market cap. Now, I don't know what the future will hold. It's definitely a possibility, but I do believe that the team behind Ethereum still has several years of work ahead of them before this could become reality. Ethereum is your go-to smart contract platform. It is the foundation, the home of the majority of tokens in the entire cryptocurrency economy. Things like USD-based stablecoins, DeFi, NFTs. With all of this, and much more big things to come like ETH 2.0, Ethereum is still asserting its dominating position in the market and represents a solid investment for the future. Let's shake things up a bit with number 3, as this may come as a surprise for many of you out there. So, my choice for number 3 is VeChain, or VET, where I allocate 15% of my portfolio. When it comes to long-term potential, no other coin speaks to me more than VeChain. And if you're completely in the dark with this one and don't know what it is, here's a small recap. VET's specialty is supply chain management, and it combines blockchain with NFC, RFID, and QR code tech in order to track goods varying from luxury to pharmaceutical, foods, and much, much more. Now, let's see some of VeChain's main advantages over other cryptos out there. And believe me, the list is quite impressive. First off, it is in the dominant position when it comes to supply chain management problems and has a clear, real-world use case. VeChain is the first ever 5-star rated blockchain service provider in the world. It has an ever-growing list of partnerships with the likes of BMW, Renault, DNVGL, Louis Vuitton, and Walmart China. And speaking of China, VET is one of the few cryptos out there supported by the Chinese government, and it's actually included in China's 5-year crypto development plan, and this is absolutely huge. VeChain was actually featured not once on the Chinese national television, which is no small feat. There's so much more I would cover with VeChain, and if you're not familiar, look more into this project, into the team, into their roadmap, and even their dual coin system, which is actually brilliant. My approach to VeChain is long-term, and maybe yours should be too. The next 2 coins are both created by Ethereum co-founders. We're also going to put 15% into coin number 4, which is Polkadot. Polkadot is an open-source sharding multi-chain protocol that facilitates the cross-chain transfer of any data or asset types, not just tokens, thereby making a wide range of blockchains interoperable with each other. This interoperability seeks to establish a fully decentralized and private web controlled by its users and simplify the creation of new applications and services. Now, with DOT, there is a lot that's been built on this network, and still much more to be done. People are getting excited, and for good reason, because of their upcoming launch of their main product, Parachains. As I've mentioned, DOT is a work-in-progress environment. It's not yet a fully operational one, but hopefully, by the end of 2021, we will see several parachains launched on the DOT network. And if it sounds too complicated, let me put it this way. By buying into DOT right now, you are going to be ahead of the wider market adoption, similarly to buying into a startup, let's say, a company or a project that you know will launch several successful products in the market, things centered around decentralized finance products and NFTs. As of recording this right now, in September 2021, DOT is valued at $35. Let's buy this now and check the price again 5 years from now. Number 5, and the last coin, is Cardano, with another 15% allocation. Cardano, or ADA, is currently the 3rd largest coin by market cap, and has had an impressive run in 2021, to say the least. In September last year, you could have bought 1 Cardano at roughly 8 cents. Well, just 1 year later, its price ranges at around $2.4, with an all-time high at almost $3. It's just an insane ROI considering how high it is based on its market cap. Considering its run, yes, it may be a bit overpriced now, and probably you could wait a few weeks or maybe 1 month before buying it. But if you're thinking long term, it doesn't really matter. For Cardano, two other things are really worth mentioning. The first thing is that its long awaited smart contract launch on the public testnet went live on September the 12th, which means that ADA should finally see tons of new projects rolling in on DeFi, NFTs, gaming, borrowing and lending, things like that. And secondly, it's really worth looking into Cardano's blockchain projects for Africa in the future, as this could guarantee an absolute price explosion. And that's it. 5 solid projects for you to start investing in. Of course, there are plenty more projects out there like Solana, Chainlink, Aave, Polygon, Avalanche, where you could invest. It's generally a good idea to diversify your portfolio, and crypto is definitely no exception to this. But keep in mind that the more projects you invest in, the harder it will be for you to follow all of them. Because, yeah, you will have to follow your projects to know when they pump in order to take some profits out and reinvest them at the right moment. There's a whole lot to cover as well around the idea of when should I take some profits? When should I reinvest them? Or should I rebalance my portfolio? And if you follow our channel, we'll definitely cover this topic as well. That's it for today. I hope you found the information useful. Remember to leave a like and comment on what you think should have been included on this list. Remember, only make smart investments and think long term. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.